Hello everybody, this is Captain Justin of Drifter Sport Fishing. If you're ever visiting Cape Cod and you're looking to catch some stripers, look us up at driftersportfishing.com. Alright, well, it's getting to be the end of the charter season here on Cape Cod, and I'm looking forward to going up salmon fishing on the Salmon River, and so I'm getting ready to tie some flies here, so I figured I'd let you see what I got going here. It's a really simple fly, and anybody can do it. Anybody can tie this fly. There's nothing to it, and it catches fish just as good as any other fly you're gonna use up there. So start with the hook, and the hook is, I think, the most important part of this fly. I like to use a small hook. This is a size 12, 2x strong, and the reason I use a small hook, it's plenty strong enough to catch any fish that's going to run the river there, but it's small enough where you're not going to be snagging up on the bottom every 2 seconds. I think a lot of people associate, a big fish with a big hook, and that's not necessarily, true. You can, like I said, you can catch any fish that's going to run that river on this hook. Your line is going to break before, this hook is going to be compromised. And like I said, you're not going to snag up as much. You use a big hook and you're going to be hanging the rocks and everything else. And if you've done any salmon fishing, you're going to lose some tackle on the bottom of that river. So this will prevent you from hanging up so much. The thread I'm going to use here is Danville's. I don't know if you can see that. It's 210 denier. It's flat wax nylon, and I like the flat stuff just because it lays nice and flat, and it doesn't bulk up too much on the hook and make a big lump. So the yarn I use, pink is one of my favorite colors. I guess they call it salmon egg, this one here. But I mean, any color that you like, pink's a real good one for steelhead. Love pink, so I like to use a lot of pink, because when I go up the first week of October, you never know what you're gonna get. You get everything: the kings, cohos, the steelhead in the river, and the brown trout. But I mean, I like chartreuse. Any color, whatever you like, you can use any kind of yarn, any kind of, whatever color you like, whatever's you're confident in. And I just prefer the salmon egg colors, and the pink is one of my favorites, because it catches everything, and the steelhead really like it. And so I guess we'll tie one up for you here. It's pretty simple fly. We'll just put one of these hooks in here. Let's see. Let's get your thread started. Clip that off. Now just get your, a little piece of yarn here, and I like to pinch it between my fingers and pull it down, and pull it up and pinch it. Get a couple wraps on there, and then you're just going to cover it up, just like you're tying the head on the fly. Do a couple of half hitches, and bam, you're done. Clip that off, and then I just take the excess yarn here and clip it right behind the hook. That's all there is to it. Quick and simple. I mean, it's not a perfect round ball like a lot of guys like, but I think there's advantages to it by not having a big round ball. And I just use super glue. I prefer super glue over head cement or any other like nail polish or whatever. The super glue will absorb right into the thread, and it locks it up solid, and it kind of almost welds it together. You know, it turns into one solid chunk, and you know, it's not going to come apart on you, and it dries quick. And you know, this fly is nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. And then I like to use a piece of foam. You don't want to get your fingers on that super glue, so instead of you know, grabbing the head of the fly and sticking it into something to let it dry, I just take a piece of foam and push it right onto it, release, and then there you go. You don't even have to touch, you didn't have to touch the head of the fly or get your fingers full of super glue. And we'll just tie another one up real quick for you in real time here, just to show you how quick it can be. Because like I said, you know, if you've been up salmon fishing before, you know you're gonna lose some tackle, and you know, nothing fancy. Just get it, lash it down there, a couple of half hitches, cut it off, cut it behind the hook, and there you go. Then just hit it. Yeah, my super glue is locked up on me here, so need a needle to open it up. Oh well, it's locked up solid. But anyway, you get the point. The pros and cons of this this fly, it's cheap for one. I mean, I think you saw the prices on the you know, this is $10.99 for 100 hooks. You know, I got this at All Season Sports, 50 cents for that. I mean, I can tie a few hundred flies with that, probably even more. And you know, the thread's maybe a couple bucks. So for, you know, 13, 14 bucks, I can tie 100 flies. And you know, I know that's going to save you some money. It's quick to tie. I mean, you just saw me whip up a couple of them. And the other thing that I was talking about, the exposed, the way that it's not a perfectly round ball, but I think it's an advantage because all the material is on the outside of the hook. That way you've got the whole gap of the hook exposed, which is going to give you a better hook set on the fish when you get one in the mouth. Usually they're hooked right in the corner of the mouth, and you know, you've got the whole gap. When you got the, you know, regular glow ball or whatever, it comes down to here, and then you only got a smaller bite where, you know, the hook can get into the fish. You know, you got all this material beneath, and when this thing's drifting through the river, you know, the fish isn't going to say, hey, that's not a round ball. That's not a, you know, they see it coming by. I think it's more the size, shape, and the color that's the most important. And that's the, you know, the size, the shape, and the color of, you know, what they're looking to feed on when they're in the river there. So I don't know. That was just my take on a quick and easy egg fly, and hope that it helps you guys. And well, this is Captain Justin wishing you guys all good fishing.